So the pieces we've got in today's issue, guys, is 52A, which I'm holding here now. That's the rear backrest cover. So that's looking. We've got 52B, which is this part here. That's the rear backrest base. Place that down there. And then you've got 52C, which is the cushion, what's going to be going in the rear part of the seat. And we also have in this issue PS05 screws, which I would have thought were putting these two parts on. So you just place that in there like that. Be careful not to break your pin as you're pushing it in, guys. But if you line that up right, it will go in like that. And that's how that's looking at this stage, flush like that. And then what we need to do is then take another little screw, which is going to be a PS12 screw, and for instruction 4 we've got to tighten that from the rear. Just drop it onto your dashboard like so, and that's how it's going to look. Look at that, ain't that popping? That looks wicked. And that's instruction 8 done. And then for instruction 9 we now need to apply a PS05 screw. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're well. Today I'm building more of the db5 from Agora models, and I'm doing issues 53 and 54. If you're not already subscribed, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also comment, share, press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put the db5 or any other video up on the channel. Without further ado, guys, let's crack on with the db5 Agora models. Okay then, guys, so welcome back to the channel, Rich43. More build here, guys, of the db5. We've got a bumper issue this week. We've got issue 53, which you can see here, some of the dashboard, and also 54. So without further ado, guys, let's get the first issue opened and see what parts we've got. Right, here we go. So let's just get rid of this rubbish. And here we have the first part. This is obviously looking like the dashboard, the surrounding, where we're going to put the dials, etc. And this is down as 53A, and this is, as I say, the dashboard. So we've got that part there, and then we've got these two little pieces, and all these are plastic, guys. If I just put those in the palm of my hand, you can see how little these pieces are. But that is 53B and 53C, dashboard detail left and right. And then here we've got some PS12 screws. So as I just scroll down, because all this is internet based, guys, you don't have a magazine with this build, it's just all internet based, so your instructions are all on the internet. So what's telling us first to do is align these details, and I would have thought by looking we've got left and right, I think. Just have a look. No, I'm not sure if there is, you know. No, I thought it was going to say left and right, but then again, what's that on there? Let's have a look at this side. No, I don't think it tells you if it's left or right. If I just turn that around just to make sure I'm getting this right for you guys, what you want is you want to be, as looking at your model, you want that to be like that, that indent, like that. So that's the left one. So if I turn this around for you guys at home, that's how that'll be looking. So that's the left one. And you've got the right one, that indent, looking like that. You've got like this rectangular slot and this pin here, and that's how that's looking. That's how you want that set out on your desk for instruction 1. And then going straight on to instruction 2, what we're going to do is attach this little detail just into here. So what you want to do is get that little tab there and that pin. The tab will fit into there and the pin will also go into there. So it's just easy as just placing that on like that. That's how that's looking. And then do the same on the other side. And that is all the way up to instruction 3 done. So you just place that in there like that. Be careful not to break your pin as you're pushing it in, guys. But if you line that right, it will go in like that. And that's how that's looking at this stage. Brilliant. Have a look around. See how that's looking. There we go. And now what we've got to do is get 2 PS12 screws. And if you can see there, there's just a little hole there. That's where we're going to be screwing the PS12 screws into. So this might be a bit fiddly. We'll see how we get on. Again, they give you a lot of screws spare, guys. So if you do accidentally ping one across the room, you've got some spare. So yeah, here we go. We'll get these on this little screwdriver we had free with this build. Pretty cool screwdriver as well, guys. Magnetic as lasted, so that's why I'm still using it. Now you're screwing into plastic, so you shouldn't find it difficult to get these screws in. I just tend to use this screwdriver as it's gone into the thread as the head grips this screwdriver better. That's happening. And again, do the same on the other side. Shove that back on. Bear with if you can't see what I'm doing, guys, I'll show you in a sec. So you can see that screw's gone in there. Now I'm just going to tighten that up. Just make sure they're tight, guys, because that did look tight just, but it's still got a bit more thread to be screwed in. And then we'll just go to feel it resist, and that should be tight enough. And because we're dealing with plastic, just be careful you don't catch it or anything, because it could snap pretty easy. They seem pretty delicate, these do. There you go. I'd say that's looking at that stage. And that is all we have to do in this issue. So yeah, let's have a little good look around at that. I will give you a little bit of an outro at the end of this video. That's all we've had to do in this issue. Apply those 2 little details to the dashboard. And again, that's how that's looking at the minute. So let's crack on and go on to issue 54. Here we have pack 54. Let's get this open. Yeah, each issue I do with these guys, it's getting really exciting. What with the detail, I'm getting close to working on the body, etc. of the car. Brilliant, love it. Right, so let's move this rubbish out of the way. Let's take a look what we've got in this pack. Look at the detail on that, guys. It's so amazing, that little rigid look there to make that dashboard look of the DB5 and the way the gadgets are done. Brilliant. Now this is down to 54A. This is the glove box and switches. And we've got 54B. This is plastic, by the way. And this is the glove box lid. And we've got some more little digits and gadgets, etc. in here. Those are down as 54C, 54D, and 54E. And that is the temperature control, the D clock and E clock lens. So that's all in that bag. And then we've got some PS21 screws, PS12 screws, sorry, and PS05 screws. I think in here as well, we've actually got, it's called 54G, and that's the glove box lid handle. I'm just looking at 54F. yeah, there is that little black switch there. That is down as the F switch. So there's all the parts. Now we're going to crack on and get on with instruction 1. So first of all, we need this, which is the glove box lid. And we need to cut this pack open to get these little details out. Be careful, guys, because there's a lot of little tiny things here, and if you lose them, if you're on carpet or something where you're doing your builds, you might lose them. Right, so there you go, look at that. How cool is that? But what we're looking for today, guys, in this part of the video, is this little thing here. This is the glove box handle. And what we've got to do is now move on to instruction 2. And I think this just pushes in, and I would have thought we've got to screw it in with a screw. We've got a D shape on the bottom, so it will only fit in one way. Obviously that's going to have to screw it in with a PS12 screw. So if you can just see in there, it's like a little D shape, and the end of this handle is also a D shape. So I'll just hold that there like that, because it's going to keep dropping off until we screw it in. And I've got to get hold of a PS12 screw to attach that to the glove box. So if I just cut a PS12 screw, cut this packet and get a PS12 screw, should I say. There you go. And we'll get that screwed onto the glove box. Maybe a bit fiddly because you've got to hold it to the side, but once you've got your bite, if you're screwing there, you should be okay. And if you've got it in right, guys, with the D shape, it should be able to screw in without twisting your handle. That indent, that's how much was pushing on that. Make sure that's nice and tight. Yeah, it's pretty cool for me. That's how that's looking. Look at that. Little handle for the glove box. Just double checking that because it looks a bit loose. I'm going to tighten it a bit more. Make sure that's nice and tight. Now what we're going to do for instruction 3, guys, is take this little piece here along with the dashboard, and this is the temperature control. Now this should fit on here with the D shape, so it should only go one way. I'll just move these out of the way a sec. So you've got like a little pin behind it, you can see there. And if you look, if you put it that way, that's not going to fit, so it will only go on one way, so it's flush like that. And then what we need to do is then take another little screw, which is going to be a PS12 screw, and for instruction 4 we've got to tighten that from the rear with a PS12 screw. So I'll just line one of these screws up on my screwdriver, and we'll get that screwed in. That's it. Just go to feel it resist, guys. I wouldn't do it any time because you might break the thread in the plastic. But that takes us all the way now to the next instruction, instruction 5. But ain't that looking cool? Just little details like that makes it pop, I think. So we'll put that to one side. And now, as I say, for instruction 5, we're going to take this glove box and the lid, and we've got to attach to it, to the glove box. But now, let me just say, there's little pins here, as you can see. They will break very easy. What you want to do is you want to put them in these little hole crevices either side of the glove box, but very carefully, because you don't want to break the pins on the lid, as you're not going to have a lid for your glove box, if that makes sense. Just carefully does it. There you go, feel the click, or hear the click. There you go, look at that. Isn't that cool? So now we've got the lid for the glove box for the DB5 from Agora models, which I absolutely love. And that takes us, believe it or not, all the way to instruction 7 now. You want to just check, see if your glove box lid works, and there you go. That's how that looks. Look, clicks, pull it with your handle, and there we have, I love that, a little glove box for the DB5. So now, what we're going to do now for instruction 8 is apply this, bringing the dashboard back over. We've got to apply it to the dashboard. So if I just flip that round to me, just so I can see what I'm doing, it only goes on one way. So if I just turn that round like that towards your desk, if you do that, guys, what you want to be doing is that needs to be facing like that away from you, and you'll just drop it onto your dashboard like so. And that's how it's going to look from it. Look at that. Ain't that popping? That looks wicked. And that's instruction 8 done. And then for instruction 9, we now need to apply a PS05 screw into this little hole here. So here's the PS05 screws we're not used as yet. So let's get that out and let's get that screwed in. So yeah, line that up and get that screwed in, guys. Again, you shouldn't have any issues screwing these into plastic. You don't need any oil or anything like that. There you go. Look at that. Don't that look wicked? I think we've got to put something here in a minute which is going to hold this and secure that. Save it moving around. But moving on to instruction 10, we now need the clear lens. Now where have I put that? There we go. Be careful, guys. I just chucked that to one side. Luckily it's not gone in the bin. I never chuck my stuff till the end anyway. Or throw, should I say. That's a bit of my British accent chuck. Right, now I'm going to carry on, guys. Clock lens this is. That needs to be fitted in that little hole there. Yeah, a bit of British slang there where I'm from, guys. Chuck. See, you've heard chuck before, as in throwing. Anyway, there we go. Instruction 10 is done. I've now fitted the clock lens into that hole in the centre. Now, as I was just saying about this part here, to hold the centre console details, this is this part. This is what we need next. This is the clock. I'm sure you can see that on the camera, but look at that. Look at the little details on that, guys. So what you want to do is face that down, and then you've got a little hole there which will go on that pin, if you can see that just there. And the other bit will go over the whole circle we've got where we're going to put a screw, I would have thought. Let me just get my tweezers, so we can line that up nice. There we go. So that should be looking. Now we need to get a PS05 screw and screw that together. And then we'll have a look at the finished result once it's all secure. So yeah, let's get that done. So yeah, do that nice and tight. Just go till you feel it resist. That should be enough. Look at that, guy. Look at that. I am really happy with that. That's the end of instruction 12 done. Look at the detail there, guys. That looks so amazing. I've got to turn around and have a look myself. Trust me, guys, that is so simple. Little things like that, but that's making that pop. I really do love that. So what I've got to do is just turn this back around. And for instruction 13, what we need to do is apply. I'm trying not to drop it on the floor. This little thing. This is the switch, the push switch. And all we're going to do is apply this to this little silver hole here. Carefully just guide that into there. There we go. Look at that. Sorry, I'm getting a bit overexcited here, guys, but I really love when things like this pop. And that is the end of instruction 13, and that is it for this week, guys. It's double issue of the db5 from Agora Models. Stay tuned to the end. I'll give you a nice little outro so you can see how it looks close up. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And that is it for this week's, guys, for this week's db5 from the Agora Models, the No Time to Die franchise. Pretty cool issue. Basically a double bumper issue this week, guys, which I've said to you before now. I'm going to try and do maybe 2 issues, sometimes maybe 3 issues every week of certain models, just to get through and crack on. Like, for example, what's sitting on my desk here, the Millennium Falcon. I've got loads of those under my desk, so I want to bring those to the channel. But as I say, pretty cool issue, working on the dashboards, dials, etc. I'm loving this build, guys. I just can't wait until I start doing the body of it, more of the panels, etc. But that's all to come. So remember to subscribe for that, guys, and press that bell notification. You will be notified every time a new issue of the db5 from Agora Models comes to the channel. And if you're not already, guys, remember to subscribe and give us a big like at the end of every video. Would really appreciate that. But for now, that is it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Peace.